Beautiful day today. Nice clean car I have. So back to the radio. Yep. Parts have been coming in. I need about 7 more capacitors. I also ordered all the resistors. I'm not going to replace those right away. I'm going to see what I can see. If I need to replace them, I have them. They're not here. They're in the bin. And on top of that, we are working on the cabinet finally. Finally working on the cabinet. So what I did was I redid this right here. I tried to blend it in the best I could because someone sanded down all the damn veneer. So it doesn't look too bad. And then I did the base all the way around. It was really scuffed up. I went all the way around with the base. So the plan is just, I'm trying to add contrast to this. So we're going to make this the same color as this, which is an espresso. I'm going to do the same thing to these. Make these dark, make these dark. So I think it's going to come out pretty good. I also been using mineral spirits to clean this thing, and believe it or not, it's cleaning it, and it's not removing any of the finish. So I had to do a few test spots in the back to make sure, but yeah. So yeah, slowly but surely. I may show when I get done staining this, and again I might not, I don't know. And we're back. So what I did was I darkened these, like I said. All this has been redone. Same on this other side. I did these splines in the middle to give it some contrast. They came out good. Now keep in mind, I still got to stain that. I got to finish this and these. It's a shame what happened to this one. Mr. Fix-It sanded down the freaking veneer, and I almost said a bad word. Dumbass. And of course the top has to be done. I did not do this, but I could fix that. So yeah, that's coming along. Everything's coming along. It's just slow. I gotta take my time with this. And then eventually when I'm done staining it and getting it to where I want it, I'm going to apply a semi-gloss to it, the whole thing, to make it pretty. Make it shiny. Not too shiny, semi-gloss, shiny. But I really like the contrast of the darkened wood right there. I've seen radios like this where they have stripped them down or used a card scraper or furniture scraper and then redid everything with a lighter. They didn't keep the Zenith brown. I want to keep the Zenith brown. That's my plan for this radio. And I'm going to be replacing these. I have new ones. The little label things. They're water decals. So yeah, there it is. And we're getting there, slowly. Tomorrow's my recap on there. I'm starting to recap the radio, so more to come. Alright, today is the day we're going to replace some of these capacitors. Kind of marking the, I would assume the foil side with a Sharpie. Even though when I was ordering some of these, somebody told me that it didn't really matter with these modern capacitors, but I'm going to try my best to do that. This is the restore that this guy named Ted did. and he included a 28-page PDF, really detailed. So it's always best to document everything you see before you touch it. That way, and I've already taken tons of pictures. That way, if you start doing things and you get confused where something could have gone, you can go back to your picture or video. So let's get recapping here. I only have like, I don't know, 7 of them. I gotta order more. I did the electrolytics a few weeks ago. Those are done. So, and I also ordered the resistors. Look how old these resistors are. Look at this. Alright, let's get going. So we replaced like, what, 7 of them? And I need like 8 more, I think. 7, 8 more. So I have to source those. But we did replace these. Very quick clip that's going to be added on to the other quick clips of the radio here. So, yes, we're slowly getting there. You know what's funny is on the sheet over here we have capacitor number 11, which is 358. I cannot find that in here anywhere, and according to the schematic that I can't read very well, it's a crappy scan, I can read it mostly, it's supposed to be hooked up to the band select switch, but there's no capacitor of that value in here, and I can't imagine it being one of those dominoes. It might be, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to replace the rest of these and fire it up and see how much smoke we see and see if anything catches on fire. And I will be bringing this up on a Variac just to verify the fact that I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But anyway, according to the schematic and all the data sheets, these are all supposed to be where they're supposed to be. Not complicated technology, but yeah, so there it is. I have recapped the whole thing. I'll show that later. Checked everything. Checked some of the resistors, and they were showing intolerance, close to tolerance, like the 1 megohms, and I forgot the other ones. There's 3 of those. The 1 megohm, there's 3 of those. But there's the speaker. I'm going to bring it up on a dim bulb just because. And then later on I'll flip it over. Now I'm going to power this up for the first time after recapping it, and I don't know what's going to happen, so hopefully we don't see any smoke. Let's make a video with some noise in the background. Alright, so this is plugged in. It is set to bulb. I have no idea what's going to happen. We're seeing this together. So, let's see what happens. Well, the bulb's really dim. Really dim. We have filament. We have a tuning eye that actually looks like it is open. That wasn't like that before. We have no sound. I'm wide open on the volume. I don't even have a buzz. Let's come off of a dim bulb. Alright, I figured out we had a problem with the audio output tube. The socket was a little dirty, so I cleaned that. I was on the wrong band. Radio is working. It's a little deaf. Let's let it come up a little bit here. Still having an issue with this tube. What is with you, Mr. Tube? You can't be intermittent like that. Yeah, I gotta investigate that socket. This tube is having problems. Hang on. Stand by. Well, it was picking up voice earlier. I'm on the wrong band.
You talk against Jesus, but if you talk against the Holy Spirit, it's not forgiven.
Yeah.
I said that Father, Son, and Holy Spirit were all one.
They are. This is a good question because at first glance it could seem to suggest otherwise. So verse 31 says, therefore I tell you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven men.
Well, it's working. That's the good news.
The problem now is, for Chris and Sarah, they can't shove that toothpaste back in the tube. It's too late in that situation. But for you, make sure that
This thing's got some volume. Alright, there's a recap I was telling you about. I think I finally figured out this tube socket problem over here, the audio output stage, and I also cleaned the speaker, because the speaker, I believe, uses high voltage because it does have a field coil on it. But
When was
yeah,
the last time that you did your taxes and you ended up
so at least it's working. Next we'll work on the MP3 mod.
smiled about it? I mean, it's one thing to say